wonderful audience. Namaste.
Rolex supports those creating a more sustainable world.
When we reach out to companies, we generally get, I'm sorry, you want to do what? 70 of the world's top 100 food crops are thanks to honeybees, but each year in the United States we lose about 40% of the bees. I'm a fourth generation beekeeper. A lot of my cousins are beekeepers. My grandfather's a beekeeper. My uncle, I remember when I called Pop and told him that I just sold bees to the owner of the New York Stock Exchange. Dad, he said, I'm done gone, died and been resurrected over here. He said, you sold bees to him.
Rolex supports those creating a more sustainable world. For Rolex founder Hans Wilsdorf, the world was a living laboratory. He used it as a testing ground for his watches, taking them to the most extreme locations. Since 1976, the Rolex Awards for Enterprise have continued to celebrate his pioneering spirit by supporting those who push boundaries to create a more sustainable planet. Only together can we make the planet perpetual.
Being together and being connected to each other in everything. That's the cause, to show that we still exist.
It's incredible that we've been given a second chance to have life.
Our World is a unique series of films on the BBC offering personal insights into global events.
How fast does the soul travel? Can I please catch up and be with him?
Our World, stories that speak for themselves.
They say traitor. We say divisive, unpopular, controversial, defiant. They report what she did. We're on to why she did it. They get caught up in the story. We see the big picture. When they rush to conclusions, we rush to the scene. It's black and white, they say. It's never black and white. BBC News. Find out what's actually happening.
Hello, this is BBC World News. It's me, Karen Jimmy. Our top stories: 10 Democrats hoping to run for president talk healthcare, gun control, and Donald Trump. We'll look at who came out on top. Hundreds of women in South Africa take to the streets to protest against rising levels of violence against them. Britain's Prime Minister says he's cautiously optimistic about securing a Brexit deal and will travel to Luxembourg next week, but at home he's still being criticised for suspending Parliament.
Why are you not listening in Parliament? Talking out the next you.
Would you mind? I'm very happy to.
Also in the programme, frolicking foxes, naughty penguins and dancing lions. We'll try to keep a straight face as we reveal the finalists of the Comedy Wildlife Photography Award.
Hello everybody, it's so good to see everybody here present. Just send your microphones on and say hello to me, please. Hello?
Hello.
What's your name?
Olga.
Very good. Where are you from, Olga?
From Russia.
Whereabouts in Russia?
No? Sorry?
Whereabouts in Russia?
Oh, from the north.
What do you mean?
Archangel, the city on the shores of the White Sea.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, how about the weather there?
Oh, it's pretty good. For September, it's pretty good. It's pretty warm.
Temperatures around?
No.
Temperatures around what? What can you say about the temperatures? What is 10 degrees above zero or what?
No, it's above zero. I think we have today 15 degrees above zero.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Good. Now, what do you do? Do you go to school or do you work?
I'm a school teacher.
Oh, very good. Excellent. So good to see you here. All right. Now, maybe somebody else wants to say something. Hello, everybody. Just say hello. Okay, anybody else, please? Okay, come on, guys, do not be shy. It's all right. It's a conversational English practice, so you're supposed to talk here, and that's the only thing which I usually do. I just speak with people. That's it. So, please say hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
I'm Daria.
Daria? Okay. You've been.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Just remind me, Daria, where are you from?
I'm from Kalach. It is a little town.
Mm-hmm. In what region of Russia?
From Voronezhskaya Oblast.
Okay, very good. Yeah, good, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so let's share a little bit about the news. What's new?
What's new? About
your life. What's happened during the time when I haven't seen you? Well, I haven't seen you for a week. So, what happened during this time? Dasha, do you want to say something? No? Okay, this is a conversational English practice. I'm not a talking head. I just usually every Friday I start this class just to give you a chance to speak English. So that is why after, and usually the plan is as follows. After you say hello, we say how you doing, and then we exchange the latest news. And after you say something new about your life, I will also share some new things which happened in my life. And then if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer to these questions. And then we will have just a little bit from the textbook. And that's about it. So please say hello and share the news. Okay, how many people do we have here? 7 people. Okay. So, and again, the only thing what I can say that this is a conversational English class. And the only thing what I do, I just speak with people and that's it. Because as I know, you do not have always a lot of chances to speak during your English classes. Do we have boys, guys here? Hey boys, I think that you are more brave than the ladies, so you can talk with me. Okay, so you know that if you do not talk, you will just watch the BBC News. That's it. I'm here only for conversation. Hello, everybody. This is a conversational English class. Please say hello, and we will start talking. I understand that probably it can be difficult for you, but that's the only chance. Do not lose this opportunity.
More than 9% and rate more than 3%.
This is the conversational English class. The only thing which we do here is we talk.
And compared to last year, I reported Nomsamaseko was in the crowd at the sit-in outside the Johannesburg.
So what I ask you to do is to say hello, share the news, and then to make a conversation. That's it. Please say hello, say a little bit about yourself, and then we'll start talking.
Hello, does anybody hear me?
Yeah, of course, sure. What's your name?
My name is Alexandra.
Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
And which place in Russia?
So I live in Dzержinsk. It's a very small town, not far from Moscow, about 400 kilometers.
Yeah, I think that I've been there once because you have kind of a big German plant there. It's Linde company. I work there as a translator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sounds crazy. Good.
Yeah, and I think that this is the Nizhegorодskaya region, correct?
Yes. Yes, you're right.
It's a small world. Yeah, it's a small world. Okay, very good. Excellent, Alexandra. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself. Do you go to school?
No, I study at university. It's called High School of Economics. Maybe you know this university.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's
Yes,
sometimes it is called HSE.
HSE, right? High School of Economics. Yeah. So my faculty is business management. So I'm on the second course.
All right. Very good. Excellent. How about your English? I mean, how did you start learning English? Okay.
So I have been learning English for maybe 6 or 5 years. 5, I guess 5. So at first I studied it at school, and now I learn it at university.
Okay, and when you did it at school, I mean, when you learned some English at school, what kind of school was that? Was it a kind of a regular school, or it was the school with the emphasized English, like, you know?
Yes, yes. So it emphasized in or on English. Sorry, I have some problems with grammar.
No, it's not a big deal, you know. Like Americans say, we all immigrants and we do not know grammar at all. So that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, please do. Go ahead.
Mhm.
So, you were saying.
What? Can you repeat?
You were saying, you said that you started learning at school in the special school, which is with the emphasized English. So
Yes.
yeah. Okay. What were the names of the books, if you remember?
Так. So let me think for a moment.
Yeah, sure, of course. I'm not in a hurry at all.
What names of the books did we use while studying English, while learning English, right?
Yeah.
So it was a Russian student's book under the name maybe Mikhaila.
Yeah, I know.
So also we had some additional books like Speak Out magazines, Family and Friends. I don't know the authors of these books.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
They were good, but why does where are the people? Why we are only I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's very difficult to talk to you.
That's not a problem.
So where are the people?
Well, see, Alexandra, it's kind of for the people to just start talking. It's a little bit unusual. They haven't gotten used to that. I have no idea why. For me, it's just like you know, usually I work as a translator for some American companies, and right now I'm also work for one of the American companies. So that is why for me it's just kind of a very normal, very regular thing to just approach people and start talking English. It's much easier for me to speak English with people than in Russian. In Russian, I think that it will be weird if I just start a conversation like that. But in English, that's okay. So thank you so much for sharing about the books at your school. And pay no attention that we have maybe some 2 or 3 people more. That doesn't matter. People will show up later. How about now, when you are in the High School of Economics? What is the name of the book which you learn now?
Oh, it's very difficult question because now we are focused on preparing to IELTS exam, and we use different books. I don't know the authors really.
Yeah, I understand IELTS. I know the books for IELTS. Okay, very good, very good. And I think that it's not that easy to take and pass the IELTS exam successfully, because I have.
Yes.
Yep. I have some students who they already passed the IELTS test, and they asked me to help them to get prepared for this test. And so I have an idea what this test is about. All right. See, we have some more people. Maybe I will just ask anybody else to join us. Hello, everybody. And again, this is a conversational English class. The only thing which we do here is we talk. So just say hello to us and tell us a little bit about yourself, and we will start the conversation. So anybody else? Right now we have Alexandra. Anybody else? Do you want to say hello to us? Yeah? Please say hello. Oh, see, people are just a little bit shy. Okay, I don't know why, but I don't want to push anybody. So Alexandra, next question is kind of a regular things what we usually do during these classes. Can you share some news? What's new? I mean, during lately, what new happened to you during the last week, or I don't know, what is new?
Let me think. Why do you always ask me questions? Can I ask you questions as well?
Yeah, sure, of course. that is why we just ask me, of course.
Yes, because you know something about me, but I would really love to know something about you.
Go ahead.
The first question is, where did you study?
Well, you know that it's kind of an interesting question, because I will not be able to answer in a very short way, because it was in the year 1972 and 1962. This year, it was around the second or the third year when the emphasized English schools were just started in Russia, all over Russia. And, you know, I already graduated from the first grade, and my parents decided to send me to this school. And so after that, I went to different, my dad used to be a military, and so we moved all around the former Soviet Union. And in every city where we lived, I tend to go to this type of school. I went to emphasize English school in Samara. It used to be Kuybyshev in Donetsk. We lived there for around 8 years. In Pyatigorsk also. Then after that, my dad moved to Ufa, and I graduated at Teachers College there. And after that, I started teaching there and became the teacher of the year. And then I went to the United States of America, and I, as a participant of the Department of State program, international.
Wow.
Yeah, and also I took part in many in many competitions which were by the American government, and they awarded me with 4 computers, I think. So lots of stuff happened during this time. And later, when I stopped working for high schools, I started working as a translator. And right now, I've been working for one of the American companies for 5 years now, the same company. So that's it, if it answers your question.
So it was very interesting to listen to you. So at what city did you live when you worked in the United States?
Well, see, it was last time in the year 2015. We were in the city of Prosser, which is not far from Seattle, which is the state of Washington. This is the Pacific coast of the United States of America, but the part which is across the mountains, and it's kind of a desert. The temperatures there are really high during summer, and it's pretty warm there. So before that, as I said, as an international visitor, we visited around 14 states and, of course, different cities.
As for me, I have already been to America twice.
Good.
And I visited such states as California, Nevada, South.
Dakota,
Sorry. No.
Carolina.
South Carolina. Yes, you're right. And New York. So it was a very crazy trip. So I liked it so much.
The question is, why did you go to the States?
So my father is interested in airplanes. So he also goes to some, I don't know how to say it in English, exhibitions. So where he can watch different airplane performances.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually go with him because he doesn't know English very well. So as for me, I don't know English well as well. But so I help him to understand some things better.
Yeah, your English is wonderful, absolutely. So when you said about these exhibitions, an exhibition is a good word, but we also use the word fair, like a trade fair, and also we use the word show.
Show.
Yeah, you can use.
Oh,
yeah, it's for example, how can you remember this word? When you think about buying a new car, you usually go to a showroom, right? So that will help you to remember the word show.
Thank you. It's much easier.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Yeah, very good. So yeah, that's kind of a very interesting. But still, you didn't say anything about the latest news. Okay, just hold on. I will try to join anybody else from the audience. Hey, anybody, we are just talking here. This is the conversational English practice, and just to help you speak English. If you want to join us, just say hello anytime. Just jump in, say hello, say a couple of words about yourself, and start the conversation. We will be more than happy about that. Okay? Anybody else, please say hello to us. Okay, if they do not want to, that's not a problem. So, how about the latest news? Can you share, or you want me to share the latest news? It doesn't matter.
I want you to share your news.
Yeah, you know that I asked about the boys present, but you know, no boys. But I'm sorry, but my news will be kind of a boyish. Yeah, because see, I'm not much into sports, but for me, a very big deal was this 4-year Khabib fight. Did you follow this MMA UFC fight? No?
Yes, of course.
So, what can you say about Khabib and the 4-year fight?
So I like Khabib Nurmagomedov not only as a sports person, but also as a great man who is very polite, who is very you know, tactful. He's not so he has a dignity, right?
Yeah.
So did you watch the fight with Conor McGregor, by the way?
Yeah, mostly, you know, the part after the fight when he jumped over the fence of the octagon.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think? Yeah.
I wanted to say that I hate McGregor very much. So many people in Russia love McGregor.
Wow.
But so I don't know why, because so he's so cocky.
Yeah.
He's very so his behavior leaves much to be desired.
Right, absolutely. So your English is fantastic. You know, like thinking about this dignity word. You just, if you ask Americans, I wouldn't say that every American will know this word. It's just
Really?
yeah. I remember one of the students in the high school. I just wanted to make a compliment for this young lady, and I said that you are a lady of dignity, and she said, "What's that supposed to mean?" I said that just dignity. She said that.
So this awkward moment.
Is it supposed to? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 10 minutes it will be ended. She said, "Is it supposed to be good or bad compliment?" You know, and
Whoa.
yeah. After that, I went to the Webster dictionary just to check me, and you know, it's kind of a yeah. Not every American will know this word, and then a very boyish word, cocky. I wouldn't say that it's very easy to use this word, and you use it in absolutely appropriate way. So that's your English is fantastic. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but talking back about Habib, what I wanted to say is that I like him because he speaks English, and
Yeah.
yeah, and when he speaks English, of course, like we all make lots of mistakes, and because we are not native speakers, that's understandable. But see. He can, like you said, he's the man of manners, and he will usually express himself in a very direct and a very straightforward manner, and everything is understandable. After this fight with Fourier, he said that, yeah, somebody wants to join us. Okay, please. Is it Olga?
I just checked my microphone. I was looking for it.
Yeah, okay. So that's, what is your name?
My name is Karina.
Very good, Karina. Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Yeah, I understand.
How old are you? How old are you?
You mean you asking me or Karina?
I'm 16.
16? Okay.
I'm in the 15th class.
15?
15?
Что я говорю?
That's all right. That's all right. That's not a problem. Just correct yourself.
I'm 11.
11. Yeah, that's understandable. That's not a problem. Yeah, forget about that. That's we all make mistakes every. If you ask me, I remember that once I told one of my American friends that I'm 32 years older than he, and he was 5 years older than me, and he was just looking at me, just, what are you talking about? And you know, it happens all the time. Just pay no attention. All right, Karina, like which city in Russia are you from?
Can you repeat? I don't hear.
You cannot hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you know that typically when Americans speak to the Russian ladies, they will usually ask, "Do you speak English?" And the lady will tell him, "No." That's kind of funny. Yeah. So very good. All right. That's about the latest news. And you know, ladies, that we have around 5 minutes to go before the end of the class. And if you have any questions, just please ask questions. I'm very open to, and I can answer any question you want.
Okay.
So how often do you make these classes?
Every Friday when I'm not on a business trip. And when I'm on a business trip, I usually tell about that a week ahead. So that means that, for example, let's say that next week I will be traveling. If let's pretend that I will be, but I'm not. I will tell you that next week we will not have a class. So that means that hopefully I will conduct the class next week at the same time.
Oh, really? It's cool because I was here for the first time.
Mhm.
So, and it was very cool. Thank you so much for this class.
Yeah, and
So, at first I was really shy.
yeah, I understand. I was also very shy when I was first at that class, so that's not a problem. Okay, let me just show you my page in VK in Contact. And if you just want to, you have the reviews or testimonials about my classes. You can read them, some of them, of these testimonials. And if you want to, you can add your own testimonial, your own review of what you think of my class, your comments, your protests, whatever. And the page is called Emphasize English. Or in Russian, it's something like that. So you will easily find it. If you put a hashtag in front, then you will come there and you will find my place on the internet. Okay, good. So the thing that we usually do is we just try to study a little bit from the book, as I said from the very beginning. And today we keep on working with the book for FCE, which is First Certificate in English. So the previous class we talked about, and let me remind you, what was that? It's okay. It's the
Unit 3,
yeah,
page 41.
the conversational part of the exam, and I want you to just to remember what we talked about. So right now you will listen to the examiner's instructions, what they were supposed to talk about. Okay, please do.
Speaking. Exercise 1. Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'd like you to imagine that you are on a committee which has been asked to come up with ideas for stopping young people from smoking. Here are some of the suggestions.
So you see, it was about that you are on the committee, which would, this committee was going to ban smoking for the young people. And here the first exercise is about how can people stop young boys and girls from smoking. And it says here to increase prices for tobacco, medical alternatives like, you know, a patch or some flavored chewing gum. Then ban any advertisement of smoking, then health campaigns, and raise the legal age of smoking. So those were the ideas which helped you to talk about this topic. How can we stop young people from smoking? Right now, what I want you to do is you will listen to 2 candidates doing this first part of the task. So you have to answer the questions. Do the candidates talk about all the suggestions in the prompts? Do they give examples? How does the examiner end the discussion? Okay, so please, will you listen to...
Unit 3, page 41. Speaking. Exercise 2.
I think these are really good ideas. So let's take them one at a time, shall we?
Okay.
The only question is, can you hear the audio file? Alexandra, can you hear that?
Sorry, can you repeat the listening part, please? Because I'm on my way to work, and it's very hard to combine.
Yeah, I understand.
Everything.
My question is it possible to hear what they say, I mean, in the audio file? Is it possible?
Yes, 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 of course it's possible.
Right, good.
Well, for a start, I think they should raise the price of cigarettes.
That's why young people would probably smoke less.
We don't want them to smoke less. We want them not to smoke at all. If it was up to me, I'd raise the smoking age to 20.
20? I'm not sure about that.
I'm very sorry because, you know, it says that we have only less than 1 minute to go, and then all of a sudden the class will be stopped because it is a paid application, but I'm using it for free. So that